have another Scraplift for you again this week. This week we are Scraplifting the fabulous Shimelle. So I went back to 2Ps and I grabbed this screenshot of a layout in one of her videos, and that is the layout that I am going to Scraplift. So I have two 4x6 photos, and I have lots of fun products from Simple Stories #whatever, and I have some stamps that Shimelle had during National Scrapbook Day. We kind of designed some stamps with her on her Facebook group, which was super fun. She would post, poll questions and things, so I have those stamps as well. So what I'm doing now is I knew I needed to get the bottom part of my layout perfect first, because I wanted it to be straight, and it is a focal point, I can't talk today, of the layout. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out my strips, and I'm using lots and lots and lots of pattern paper because we're Scraplifting Shimelle, right? Right. And we're using 4x6 photos because we're Scraplifting Shimelle. Anyway, so I'm using my T-square ruler, and I'm going to get my pictures nice and even and straight. Excuse me for my little cough. I have a bit of a tickle. So if I am like you guys, you don't even know, I'm like the biggest Shimelle fan. I think that she is wonderful. That being said, we have very different scrapbooking styles, which is totally fine with, totally fine. So when this layout was all finished, you'll see here, I'd love some comments below to let me see what you think of it, because it's quite busy. It's much busier than anything I would usually scrapbook. And that's okay. It's brighter than I would usually scrapbook, but I wanted to really embrace it. I wanted to, really do the layout that I chose justice, and I really wanted to use all the patterns. So the layout, I had to screenshot it from a video, and I'm going to put it up on the Instagram, and on my Facebook. So if you want a little bit of a closer look at the screenshot of the layout, the original layout that I'm scraplifting, you can. It has a craft background, which tells me that it's probably from her backpacking album. So if you follow her, then you know what that is. So we have lots of layers, and I'm going to use from the Spiegelmom Scraps shop a tag and the Be True to You sequence. And so yeah, I inked everything with my Hickory Smoke Distress ink, and this video is a little bit longer than my others because I left this part in. So if you watched my Stamp Away convention haul, you saw that I got a stamp platform. And you guys, I have been playing with this, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Seriously, love it. It is just so fun, and I've been pulling my stamps out more and using my stamps more, and it's a really great purchase. I've just been enjoying it, and it was a very hard purchase for me to make, I won't lie, because my scrapbook area is really small, and the idea of adding another tool is just like, but so worth it, you guys. So if you are thinking about getting one of these lovely little stamp platforms, I left my whole process in using it, so that now the stamp platform only comes with 2 magnets, and I bought an extra set of 2 because I scrapbook more than I make cards, and so for scrapbooking, I think an extra set of magnets will be very worthwhile. Also here, it sticks. For some reason, I'm still getting used to the door, because this door will, you can take it completely off and flip it around depending on what kind of stamp that you are using. So you can use the acrylic or you can use rubber. And I use a brayer at this point, and that's just me. You don't have to, but my hands will really hurt if I sit there and push really hard, and I find that the brayer just is easier on my hands and my wrists if I use it. So that is just, and it sits right on my desk all the time, and it's handy and useful for lots of things. So I'm just nestling a lot of these stamps in So these were designed by Shimelle, and during National Scrapbook Day, she designed them with members of her Facebook group, and it was really fun. So I'm just rubbing them over my arm, and I'm going to go ahead and make all kinds of like ugh and for real and stuff. So I should probably tell you just a bit about these photos. These photos are of my youngest son last year on his first day of school. He does not like school. He's a straight A student, and he's a very good student, but he doesn't like school at all. He just doesn't like it. So when I went to take first day of school photos, he just refused. He refused to smile. He was not happy. He was grouching and grumping, and just, he was not having it. So those were the photos I got, were his grumpy photos. So I decided, hey, we're going to scrapbook them. And because it was so funny, like, he was so just not wanting to, just not. I'm going to put it in both his school album for 5th grade, or 5th grade, yeah. Or I'm going to also put it into my family album, just because it was hilarious. So here I'm adding some of these beautiful sequins to this mix. So you can find these shipping tags in the Spiegelmom Scraps shop, and you can find the Be True to You sequins there as well. And if you use my code Sara15, you can save 15% off of your order. They have so many beautiful sequins. So next I'm going to go ahead and attach my tag, and I added a little bit of pen detail to the tag because if you see the background paper, all those little like dashes, I wanted to kind of recreate them a little bit on my tag. Now I'm going to get my very favorite black and white twine, and this was the whole reason I decided to do this layout, because I love this tag and how the layout has the central design, and then there's this tag in the middle. And off camera here, I did add my journaling, and I added it to the bottom of the page. And I wrote, again, I'm trying to do this, so I would have wanted a dedicated journaling spot, but I really, really wanted to embrace scraplifting Shimelle. So I wrote right on the pattern paper my journaling and about the story about these photos. And so I'm just attaching the twine to the back, and I'm going to let it dry and kind of cure a little bit, and then I'm going to clean up a little bit because I'm such a clean as you go scrapper. It's not even funny. So I just am. I have to clean as I go. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working on my title, and I'm using a combination of 2 types of thickers. So this one is called the Hooray Thickers, and I'm going to go ahead and space my title out. My title is going to be worst first day ever. And then I'm also going to use the thickers from Dear Lizzie's Lovely Day collection. And I'm just going to go ahead and I want to space this out across that red band that's in that stripey paper. Oh, and if you were watching the video a bit earlier, I added some washi tape. That washi tape is also from Simple Stories. I think it's from their summer collection, which I think I have some. I have the washi tape, but then I think I have some more of it in my stash somewhere. So yeah. We're going to just keep going and work with my title, which is going to be, like I said, worst first day ever. And that's it. That's all I have to say about this, I guess. So I hope that you guys haven't missed me too much. I know it's been a while since I had a video up, but I will have a video up. Well, I should have one up for you would be tomorrow, because that would be Thursday. And this is Friday. And then I have one already like ready to go for Saturday and possibly for Sunday. And well, no, definitely for Sunday and then possibly Monday. So you guys are going to get, I've been busy behind the scenes creating and now it's time to get some of these videos edited and uploaded. So you will have lots of fun scrappy things from me this whole weekend. That's the plan. Anyway, and by the time you're watching this, they should already be done and already be up and ready to go. So I just thought there was a little bit of a gap there that I wanted to add something to, so I'm going through the hashtag whatever sticker sheet and adding a couple of things to it. And then in the layout there is a little cluster up at the top, and I don't know why I didn't decide to go ahead and start that cluster before I added the tag, but I didn't. So I'm going to use my T-square roller to make sure this is all evenly lined up, so it looks like that black and white grid goes all the way to the top of the page. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some washi and some other little bits to the top, and that white sticker. I'm going to go, these are the cut apart sheets, which initially I kind of thought I was going to use, but no, because I used 2 4x6 photos, and that takes up the bulk of the page, and I was feeling like this page was already looking like really, really full, and it really is. But I really love the tag. I really love how the tag turned out. So, and I enjoyed this layout a lot. It's super colorful though, so colorful. So I'm adding some Pop Tarts to this sticker that says, how about no? Because look at my son's face. Oh my goodness, he's so funny. So last little bit, that is my husband. He's handing me a strawberry margarita, which is my cue to be done scrapbooking for the night, right? Right. So I'm just going to add a couple more sequins to the top of the layout to put everything together, and that will be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed all of the scrap lifting the sparklers and I have been doing this month. Next month will be new release and lots of fun projects too. So have a wonderful day. There's my code, and here are some close-ups. Bye!